Hi, welcome to Pseudo Panda. Today we'll be giving away this kitty to two lucky subscribers. Thank you for commenting at the bottom and liking and subscribing. I will be giving away another item next weekend, so stay in tune. Thank you. Alright, so today I was looking through Thingiverse. This is Thing 35673. It's a coffee container drum barrel. As everyone knows, I love coffee, so I thought this was pretty cool. I saw this drum here. It's pretty decent. I I thought I can print out the same one, but a smaller scale. This one right here is huge if you actually print it all the way out. I did not do the top cap because I was thinking of maybe changing it up for something else. And it's supposed to be airtight in a way. So for it to be airtight, you have to sand off the top portion and inside the cap. Here's the renderings. Pretty clean rendering. So I did the top and the bottom. So I did this one and I did this one. So that makes it a whole lot easier. I came down here. This is free. So the creator who created this was super nice in that they actually give you that the way it's set. The printer image is scaled at 0.2. The printer is layered at 0.27 with a 20% fill. I changed all that. The coffee top was printed at a 0.2 layer and a 50% fill. And this guy paused it at layer 2 so we can switch to black. But we're not going to do that coffee top. We're going to do we're going to do the lid seal instead. So this all comes in STL files. So if you want to do an AutoCAD, you can do an AutoCAD. But we're going to be doing it with 3D printer. The container body and lid needs to be set down to fit, but be careful. If you sand it down, make sure you go a little bit more because it actually does go airtight and it's hard to take it off. So he used 180. I actually used 150, and then I used 220 instead of 240 because I didn't have that when I went to Home Depot. So let's take it into Cura. It's our slicing program. So if you see here in Cura, I've already loaded 4 of them, 4 items. So I changed it. So we are going to do 80% infill. So that means, let me switch the views here. So these circles right here, the outer and inner, and the bottoms will be 80% filled instead of 100%. Usually, if you buy something plastic, they use 100%. But if you're doing drafts, you do 20% because why waste it? So I did 80% infill, and then the pattern I did was a gyroid. So it's supposed to be pretty strong compared to the other layers. So that's what I tried. The print temperature, to be honest, I actually had to manually change it on my printer to 210, and I changed the build plate temperature to 65 because I had to slow down the speed at 50 millimeters per second. It was too fast, so I actually had to break it all the way down to a slower infill at the beginning because my glue didn't settle yet, and then I bumped it up to double it, so it was 150 millimeters per second. So it was pretty quick. Still took 17 hours though. So I enabled cooling for my prints, so cool it down so it doesn't warp that much. And I did put a raft in there. What a raft is, it's a bottom layer that it puts down first before it prints on top. It's great to stop the warping because it does warp because it's cooling down too quickly. So I had to put that in there. So if we go over here, let me pull this up, close it out. If you notice right here, what it says is since I'm doing 2 barrels, so that means two barrel bottoms, 2 barrel tops. So for a print like this on PLA, it's $2.93. That's for the whole print. I mean, it's not that bad for a 80% infill. I mean, that's really good. If I would have went to 100%, we're looking at about $3. So $1.50 each barrel. So that's not bad. So we go to preview here. I'm gonna change how it looks here. We're gonna go over to the side view, and we can actually show how it finishes the top. That's the top. But from the bottom, so right here, you see this pattern on the bottom here? This is actually the raft it creates. It creates that. It's a small layer, and then we start building out everything else. So it should build out just like this, all the way up. One thing that you don't see is right in here, these bottom grooves. Let's see if I can take it to right here. These bottom grooves right here, these are actually, they have supports in them because I turned supporting on because when they print it, it has to print out a little bit and then go back in. So I print supports in there. So here's another view of it. I mean, it's pretty nice. I mean, I'm doing 4 at a time, so there's going to be a little bit more cleanup. What I found out for the cleanup area here, let me switch to view. Let's go for a right view here. The cleanup area was between right here, the 2 big barrels, and this side over here. So next time, if I am going to do more than one, I need to spread it out, further out on each one, and then print it. Or if I want to make it perfect, just only print one at a time. But at 17 hours, almost 18 hours, it takes some time to do. So that's the fun part is if you can do multiple, then it cuts down the timing versus doing single, because single it's here I can show you single. So if we go over here and I removed this guy right here, this guy right here, and then let's just say let's say I get rid of this guy right here, and it's in the big barrel. We'll just leave the big barrel. If I hit slice, because now it's building the G code, you're going to see that it pops up as 6 hours. That's just for the top. Then you still got to bring the other ports in. So you would have to go back over here. You would have to go get the lid seal. This is a fun part is you gotta make this guy smaller. So I printed these guys at 10. And then you gotta grab him, so you gotta move him over. So I put him right about here. And then we have to flip the guy over because you don't want, you like the flat surface on the bottom. Even though it will cause more cleanup, but it's fine. We got right there. Let's look at this direction right here. It looks good. And then he's at 0, so 0 means he's flat on the z-axis, and that's what you want to be. So, and they're all at 10. So if you slice this guy right here, remember I have everything set, still at 80% infill, but this is, let's say if I just did 1 set. And you're looking at about 8 hours. I mean, it's worth doing it all together, but if you do one by one, but look at the price. For one, it's only $1.47, 1 set, and they're at 80%. All right, let me show you what the time lapse shows. Keep in mind that this time lapse is the first time I did a time lapse. I will get better at it. So here we go. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up. The next object that's being given away is this little guy that you see here. And to be a part of the giveaway, you just have to put a comment down below. All right, guys, have a good night.